Look at this badge. Thousands of people dream about a Supra. They hang its poster on the wall. They pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for one. But almost nobody knows that the first Supras had a dragon hidden on them. A celestial blue dragon, the symbol of the emperor. And then Toyota took it away. And that's the exact moment the Supra stopped being someone else's shadow and became a legend. This is the story of one badge. The word Supra is Latin. It means above, over, beyond. And that's no accident. When Toyota built a new car in 1978, it already had the Celica, a pretty but simple coupe with a 4-cylinder engine. The engineers wanted to drop in a smooth inline-six, and that engine is longer, so they stretched the hood and the wheelbase. The result was a car that was literally above the Celica, hence the name Supra, the one that stands higher. The first two generations, the A40 and A60, were officially called Celica Supra. In Japan, it was known as the Celica Kixix, and on the nose and the rear pillars sat that badge, a stylized celestial dragon. Why a dragon? In the 70s, Toyota loved mythology in its design. In Eastern culture, the blue celestial dragon is the symbol of the East, of the emperor, of the power of the heavens. There's even a nice detail. Kiichiro Toyota, from the founding family, was a big fan of dragon boat racing. So, the dragon on the grille wasn't marketing for the sake of looks. It was a nod to an entire culture. Under the hood, there was already a smooth inline-six, and the A60 got a turbo version and independent rear suspension. The Supra wasn't a supercar yet, but its character was being laid down right here. Rear-wheel drive, a long hood, 6 cylinders in a row. The formula the Supra would carry through every generation. And then, January 1986, the third generation, the A70. Here's where the key event of our whole story happens. The Supra splits from the Celica and becomes its own model. The Celica moves to front-wheel drive, and the Supra stays rear-wheel drive and goes its own way. And with it, the dragon leaves. The dragon had always been a Celica emblem. It only sat on the Supra because, technically, it was a Celica. The moment the name stood on its own, the badge changed, same size, but now orange letters on a red background, and no dragon. Think about it. The Supra lost its most beautiful symbol at the exact moment it first became itself. The dragon died. The legend was born. In 1993, the fourth generation, the A80, or to the whole world, simply the MK4, Toyota drops in an engine that will change everything. The 2JZ GTE, 3 liters, inline-six, twin turbos. From the factory, about 320 horsepower, but the numbers aren't the point. The point is the block. The 2JZ earned the nickname, the indestructible block. Its internals easily handle double the factory power, and with serious tuning, over 1,000 horsepower on that same block. For tuners, it was a gift from the gods. The irony is that in its own lifetime, the MK4 was a flop. Expensive, few were sold, and in 2002, production quietly ended. And then, in 2001, a movie came out, The Fast and the Furious. Brian O'Connor's orange Supra became the face of the entire tuner culture. A whole generation fell in love with Japanese cars because of it. The result? A car they couldn't sell now goes under the hammer for 6 figures. A clean MK4 with a manual and twin turbo. That's $150,000 to $200,000. From commercial flop to icon. After 17 years of silence, the Supra came back. 2019, the 5th generation, the A90. And here's the scandal. Under the hood, an inline-6 again. But from BMW, Toyota co-developed the car with BMW on the same platform as the Z4 Roadster and built them on the same line in Austria. Fans still argue, is this a real Supra if its heart is German? But Toyota had an ironclad argument. All 4 previous generations had an inline-6, and Toyota no longer had one of its own. Owner surveys showed one thing: an inline-6 is a must. So the BMW engine is a way to preserve the Supra's core tradition, not betray it. And very recently, the story took another turn. The partnership with BMW is ending. A final edition arrived with a more powerful engine, and the next Supra, by the rumors, will be entirely Toyota's own. The dragon, it seems, is getting ready to come home. So what does the Supra badge really mean? It started as a suffix, the one above the Celica. Then came the celestial dragon, removed at the exact moment the car became itself. Then, the indestructible 2JZ and the orange legend from Fast and Furious. And now, a German heart and talk of a return to the roots. One name, 5 generations, and a badge that traveled from someone else's shadow to a symbol people pay house money for. That Latin above, it turned out to be a prophecy. This was badge history. If you enjoyed it, subscribe, and in the comments tell me, which badge should we break down next? The dragon is waiting.